Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the life and work of ریاض, Ahmad, Gouhar, Shahi. Hundreds and thousands of people all over the world, from all religions, have accepted his teachings. They have achieved spiritual purification, enlightenment, and the love of God through the spiritual teachings and grace of ریاض, Ahmad, Gouhar, Shahi. We are proud to present this film for you in the hope that you too may benefit from the spiritual grace and bounty of this man. ریاض Ahmad Gouhar Shahi was born in the village of Gouhar Shah, which is on the outskirts of Rawalpindi in Pakistan. He was born in a simple home and completed his elementary education in the village area, and he did not receive any further education from any college or religious institution. His father, Fazl Hussain Gouhar Shahi, served as a member of staff to Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah before the independence of Pakistan. Gouhar Ali Shah, one of the ancestors of Gouhar Shahi. Gouhar Shahi left his home in search of spiritual knowledge and the love of God and his essence. He searched and visited various holy men, but he did not find the answer to his quest, and he eventually abandoned his search. Gouhar Shahi then married, had 3 children, and became the owner of SQ Steel Industries. After working for many years, and then at the age of 34, he had a vision one night of the Saint Bari Imam. He was given instructions, and following those instructions, he left his home, visited the shrine of Sultan Bahu, and then retired to the jungle of Sevan Sharif, which is in the province of Sindh in Pakistan. He remained in the jungle for a period of 3.5 years, and there he engaged in constant worship and commemoration and achieved self-mortification and self-purification. Shrine of the Saint Lal Shahbaz Qalandar in Sindh, Dewan railway station, where Gouhar Shahi spent some time engaged in worship. More importantly, it is a place where Almighty God chose Gouhar Shahi for his divine appointment and revealed the personal light of his essence. And like a bolt of lightning from the sky, this light struck Gouhar Shahi's body. After this profound spiritual experience, Gouhar Shahi felt that his heart and every hair on his body vibrated with the sound of the name of God, Allah, Allah, Allah. After some time, I was instructed to retreat into the jungle of Lal Bagh, which is named after the saint Lal Shahbaz Qalandar of Sindh. Retreat of the saint Lal Shahbaz Qalandar, you are now looking at the tree inside which Gouhar Shahi would seek refuge from the elements and would spend a lot of time engaged in the worship of God. After a period of 3.5 years in this jungle, engaged in intensive physical and spiritual training, Gouhar Shahi's presence was being felt by local people who would flock to the jungle to see him. He decided to hide himself from the public, but was then commanded by Almighty God to meet the public and to draw his attention to humanity and to bless them with his spiritual knowledge and his spiritual grace. It was then that Gouhar Shahi moved to the city of Hyderabad in Pakistan and started to spread this word and these teachings over 20 years ago. Parts of Pakistan and spoke to small gatherings in homes and spiritual centers. After 15 years of such gatherings, he was commanded by Almighty God to address the masses. And now you will see his first formal public address, which took place in 1993 in Aramba, Karachi, which was attended by thousands of people from across Pakistan. Singing in the honor and praise of Gouhar Shahi, after her heart was gifted with spiritual benevolence and grace from him.
They are desired by God. God does not look at their sins. He looks at His own mercy and how majestic and powerful He is.
और इसका एक और वाक्य है, अबुल हसन खरकानी एक बुजुर्ग था, तो उसको अल्लाह ने कहा अगर मैं तेरे मतलब लोगों को बता दूं कि तू क्या करता रहा है, लोग पत्थर मार मार के तुझे हलाक कर दें.
Just to elaborate on that, there is another tale, another story. Abul Hasan Kharkani. There is a man of God by the name of Abul Hasan Kharkani, and God has said to him that if I was to tell the people how bad you are, how much of a sinner you are, everybody would stone you to death.
उसने कहा अगर मैं तेरे मतलब के लोगों को बता दूं कि तू कितना रहीम है, तुझे कोई सजदा भी ना करे.
And then he replied to God that if I was to tell people about God, if I was to tell people how merciful you are, then nobody would worship you, they would just rely on your mercy.
फिर अल्लाह ने कहा ऐसा कर, ना तू बताता ना हम बताते हैं.
And God said, okay, let's do a deal. Neither you tell anybody and I won't tell anybody.
अब इससे साबित होता है कि ये जो इश्क है ना, ये सब मज़ाहिब से भी बालातर है.
Now it is proved beyond doubt that love, the love of God, is over and above all religions.
और ये अपने बस में नहीं होता है, ये जिनको अल्लाह चाहता है ना, ये उन्हीं को रिहायत मिलती है.
And this love is not within our power. Whomsoever God desires and wishes and loves, He gives this love, His love to those people.
यही वजह है कि कुछ लोग मुराकबे करते हैं, कुछ योगा करते हैं, लेकिन पहुंचते वही हैं जिनको अल्लाह चाहता है, बाकी मशक करके छोड़ देते हैं.
This is the reason that some people do some meditation and yoga and many other things, and after some time they leave these practices. But those that are successful are the ones that are desired by God and those that He gives His love to.
अब हम मज़हब की बात नहीं करता, हम इश्क की बात करता है कि वो इश्क इंसान के अंदर कैसे आता है.
Now we don't talk about a religion, we talk about love, on how that love comes within a person.
आप मुलाहिज़ा फरमा रहे हैं
Pakistan and flew in for a conference today. I'd like to introduce to you the same Sheikh. Please stand. Everyone here is one.
Will become one with.
इसके लिए अगर आप चाहते हैं तरीका बताता इंशाल्लाह आपका तो भी जरूर करेगा.
The Sarkar says that if you so wish, we will tell you the technique. If you wish to obtain this, then you can obtain this from Sarkar, and your heart may also do Allah. कहता कोई मसला नहीं बताएं.
उसका तरीका ये है, अब क्योंकि अल्लाह को अंदर लाना और तुम ये बाहर लाते हैं, बताएं.
The way to do this is that we need now to bring Allah inside us. By doing this, He is our side.
इसको रोजाना 66 मरतबा कागज के ऊपर अल्लाह लिखते हैं. अब किसी का ये जो होता है काम होता है, कोई हाथ रखता है मिलता है, किसी का नहीं मिलता है दफन के साथ, उसका फिर क्या करें? उसके लिए भले ज़रबें लगाए, تو بھلے ناچے تو بھلے ورزش کرے.
Some people that is without
all Muslim کوئی نماز پڑھتا.
all the Muslims today read this salat.
لیکن مومن جو ہے نا اس کا نماز.
There is no guarantee. But at the moment his namaz is haqiqat because of this thing.
تو تمہارا کا آف شیخ کیا بولا ہے
آپ کی برکت سے.
الحمدللہ. اس کے لیے کچھ پوچھنا چاہتے ہیں.
If you would like to ask anything of you, any question?
It's out of respect in front of a sheikh to ask a question.
وہ کہہ رہے کہ یہ ادب کے دائرے سے باہر ہے کہ آپ سے کچھ سوال کریں. ادب نہیں کریں.
بات
If you would like to ask anything if you do not understand them, you can just.
I have no question.
You will now see the present residence of Gauhar Shahi in Kotri, Sindh. In August of 1996, Gauhar Shahi confirmed that his facial image was on the moon. In addition to the moon, astronomers discovered a human face 150 times larger than the sun. Gauhar Shahi confirmed that this face was a spiritual body from within his physical body. Screen, you are looking at a photograph of Mars, not only on the sun and the moon, but it has recently been discovered that there is a facial image of Gauhar Shahi on Mars. There is also his name, ریاض Ahmad Gauhar, visible, and the name of God, Allah, on it. If you could match the photograph on the right of the screen with the image on the photograph of Mars on the left. You will now see two marble tiles which have the face of Gauhar Shahi embedded in them. The first was discovered in a mosque in London and the other in a hotel in Rawalpindi, Pakistan. Recently, some people from Manchester returned from performing Umrah in Saudi Arabia, and they brought back with them photographs of the Hijri Aswad, the holy stone in the Kaaba. Publishers in Mecca, Mirza Library and Company, have indicated that when the photograph is turned upside down, a human face is clearly visible on it. Many disciples, including ourselves, feel that the image on the holy stone is that of their spiritual guide. When asked about this phenomena, Gauhar Shahi stated that this is a very sensitive matter. This may be caused by science, but it may also be a sign from God. He also stated that Muslim governments should fully investigate this matter and inform the public of the truth. While looking at a photograph of Jesus, Gauhar Shahi has confirmed that this is a true image of Jesus. Whilst on tour in the United States, in May of 1997, a meeting took place between Gauhar Shahi and Jesus. This image of Jesus also appears on the full moon. On 20th of June 1997, the Daily Jung in Lahore reported that astronomers in the United States had discovered a 200-mile-long image of Jesus on the face of the moon. This was composed of light and reflection. Photographs taken by NASA astronomers in 1992 have been concealed from the public. Further, according to this report, priests in America have demanded that the photographs and this information be released to the public so that it would strengthen the faith of the people.
The teaching of the Torah and the Injil, again, I wish I could refer more to the teaching of the Quran. but in case I get it wrong, I won't. So I'll play with the Torah and the Injil. It mentions that there are three aspects that form man. One is the physical body that we live in at the moment. The other is the soul, which is our being within that body. And the third one is the Spirit of God, which unites the soul and the body to make one whole. Now, is that the same teaching?
कह रहा सरकार तौरात और इंजील में एक तालीम दी गई है कि 3 एस्पेक्ट्स हैं इंसान के, 3 हिस्से हैं जिस्म के, एक मादी जिस्म, एक रूह जो ऊपर से इसमें आई, तीसरा अल्लाह की रूह जो इन दोनों को मिला के रखती है. कह रहा है क्या ये यही तालीम है आपकी?
तो यही तालीम बयान करी है.
Yeah, the same thing has been described to you.
Now, what happens to each one of these aspects when a person dies?
पूछा जब इंसान की मौत आती है तो इन तीनों हिस्सों को क्या होता है?
एक हिस्सा ऊपर चला जाता, बाकी एक हिस्सा कब्र में चला जाता, एक रूह ऊपर चला जाता, बाकी जो चीजें हैं उसके साथ वो एक कब्र में रह जाता है, कुछ अर्से बाद खत्म हो जाता.
One aspect, your body, material body, stay in your grave and it destroy here. The other souls, they go.
One
aspect is on the first
तो
side.
बाकी सोल जो है वो कब्र में है.
And the other souls, within they are in your grave.
अगर उनमें ताकत है ना, नूर की ताकत है, तो फिर वो कब्र से लोगों को फैज़ पहुंचाता है.
If they have a power of light of God, the soul in the grave, then they help people and give them blessing.
अगर वो जादूगर है, शैतान की ताकत जाता है, फिर उसको बदरू बोलता है, लोगों को सताता है.
And if your soul have a negative power, then it harms people, and that called bad eagles and bad souls.
फिर वो लोगों को सताता है, वो शैतान के साथ मिल जाता है.
Trouble the people, and they.
ये 3 हालतें हैं बस.
These are 3 aspects.
Now, again, the Torah states in, I think, 4 or 5 different places, the Injil in about 2 different places, that the dead know nothing. The dead know nothing. That the spirit of God returns to God, but the soul ceases.
Soul
ceases at that point. The only time that the soul has knowledge again is when God raises that soul to have a new body, as you mentioned, a body that is completely different from the bodies we have at the moment. How does that correspond with these teachings?
तौरा ज़बूर में है कि जब इंसान की मौत आती है तो जो अल्लाह की रूह है, स्पिरिट ऑफ गॉड, वो ऊपर चली जाती है और जो दूसरी रूह है वो वहीं पे सीज खत्म हो जाती है.
तो हमने यही कहा है ना, अगर उनमें ताकत नहीं है खत्म हो जाती है.
He said the same thing. If you do not have a power in your soul,
तो वो फिनिश,
whether negative or positive power, then it finishes at that time.
अगर पावर है नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव तो फिर वो खत्म नहीं होती.
And if you have a positive power, still they are alive, helping the people. If you have a negative power, still it is alive and disturbing the people.
Was that what? There have been prophecies made, and every one of the major religions has a prophecy regarding the return of, whether it be Jesus Christ, whether it be Buddha, whether it be Imam Mahdi, whether it be Krishna. There is always a prophecy of a God returning to this earth. Again, what is the situation concerning that?
different prophets ने उन्होंने जो saying में लिखा है, उसमें कहीं पे लिखा है कि जो बुद्धा है उन्होंने वापस आना है, हज़रत ईसा ने वापस आना है, हिंदू कहते हैं कृष्ण ने वापस आना है. तो उसके बारे में आप क्या कहते हैं?
मुस्लिम कहना मेहदी ने वापस,
मुस्लिम कहते हैं मेहदी ने वापस आना है.
सही कहते हैं.
That's all truth.
Now, are we now waiting for the return?
वो कह रहा है कि अभी उनका हम इंतजार कर रहे हैं, वो आ चुके हैं. इसका पूछने का मकसद ये है.
आ चुके हैं.
Everybody has arrived.
Now, when you say everybody, can
इस साल के अंदर ही अंदर तो हमको सारा पता चलेगा. वो मेहदी था, वो ईसा था.
Within 1 year, it will be evident, and you will come to know that who was Jesus, who was Mehdi, and who was Buddha, and who was Krishna.
वो बिल्कुल इसी तरह दुनिया में काम कर रहे हैं, अपनी अपनी फील्ड तैयार कर रहे हैं.
They are already working. They're working in their field and preparing the people towards God. And within 1 year, you will come to know.
जो उनके करीबी लोग हैं वो उनको जानते हैं.
And the people which are closer to them, they know them.
So each of these people are different people.
कह रहे वो ये चारों अलग अलग है, बुद्धा कृष्ण.
नहीं, वो एक ही नाम है. ईसा अलग है, बाकी वो बुद्धा, वो मेहदी वाले एक ही है.
Jesus is separate. All 3 names are names of one man.
So this is then the concept, because we have now on the planet, we have two people who are claiming to be the Maitreya, who are saying that they are God returned. How do we then deal with the fact that we have two people making this claim? Is there some way we can determine who is true and who is false?
कह रहा है कि इस तरह कह रहा है कि फिर दो आदमी हुए जो वापस आएंगे और दो मिलके सारा इनकलाब लाएंगे. कह रहा है हमें कैसे पता लगेगा कि वाकई ये वही ट्रू बंदे हैं? हम कैसे पहचानेंगे और कैसे पता चलेगा कि सही है या वो गलत है?
चोर को चोर पहचानता है ना, नूर को नूर पहचानेगा ना.
He's saying the one who steals, he recognizes another, thief. The thief recognizes thief immediately. Just like that, if you have a light of God in your heart, you will recognize immediately.
एक चोर उधर बैठा दो, एक चोर उधर बैठा दो, उनकी आंखें टकराएंगी.
If one thief is sitting in another corner, and the other thief is sitting in another corner, if their eyes coincide,
एक मोमन उधर होगा, एक मोमन इधर होगा, इनके दिल टकराएंगे ना.
If the one man of God sitting on the other corner, and on the other corner, they both have light of God in their heart, they will recognize.
मोमन उसको बोलता है जिन लोगों में नूर होंगे तो नूर नूर को पहचानेगा.
Moment is the stage, the stage of a person, the one who has a light of God in their heart. That's called moment.
Now, I would not presume to say that I am a saint. Therefore, how can I tell?
वो कहता है कि मैं ये नहीं कह सकता कि मैं वली हूँ या मैं वो हूँ, तो मैं कैसे
नूर पैदा करेंगे.
That's why he's saying create that light of God in your heart, then you will be able to recognize.
जब तेरे अंदर नूर होगा ना, अल्लाह अल्लाह हो रहा होगा ना, अब उसके भी अंदर अल्लाह अल्लाह हो रहा हो तो सामने जाएगा तो अल्लाह अल्लाह टकराएगा, समझ जाएंगे इधर भी अल्लाह अल्लाह है.
Once the name of Allah is happening in your heart, it is reciting name of Allah through your heart throat. Another man in his heart also Allah Allah is going on. Once you come in front of him, then it will strike each other and it will get fast, and you will come to know the man you are met now, he is the man of God.
Is this the only way that I can determine?
कहता है कि ये एक ही रास्ता है पहचानने का?
बस एक ही रास्ता है, वरना कुछ भी नहीं.
There is only one way. There is no other way we can recognize.
वरना ना दाढ़ी से पहचान सकता है. दाढ़ियाँ भी लोगों को इतनी इतनी हैं और तस्वीरें बड़ी बड़ी हैं, जुबे भी बड़े बड़े.
Otherwise, you can't recognize it. Beard, you can't recognize with the clothes. You can't recognize with the outside clothes, jubba, and so many things. So you can't recognize with those things.
I think what worries me is how would I know that I am not a thief, recognizing another thief?
कहता है कि मैं इससे परेशान हूँ, मैं तो चोर नहीं हूँ, मैं कैसे चोर को पहचानूँ?
तो चोर बने ना.
When you become a thief, then you'll
But I mean, it is a serious question, because if you say to a thief, "Are you a good man?" he will say, "Yes, I'm a good man."
क्या बोलता है?
कहता है इसका ये बड़ा अच्छा सवाल है
कि चोर को पहचाना, चोर बन जाओ बस.
Yeah, thief can recognize a thief, so become a thief.
यही वजह ना कि जिनके लोगों में जरा सी भी लाइट थी उन्होंने नबियों को पहचाना.
That's the main reason that those people who are having a very slight amount of a light of God in their heart, they recognize the prophets.
उन्होंने जाने भी दी ना नबियों
को. They gave their lives for them.
पहचाना तो जाने दी ना.
Because they recognize the prophets, that's why they give their lives for them.
तो जिनमें ये कुछ भी नहीं था वो तो पहचान नहीं सके, उन्होंने मुखालफतें करी ना.
And those who were not having a light of God in their heart, they were against them. They didn't cooperate.
इसी तरह जिनके दिलों में जरा सा भी नूर होगा वो मेहदी को पहचान के साथ देंगे ना, तो जिनके दिलों में कुछ भी नहीं होगा फिर शैतान होगा, शैतान उसके मुखालिफ होगा.
And those who do not have a light of God, they will be against Mehdi at this time, and they will not cooperate with him, and the Satan will be with them.
लेकिन वो लोग जिन रूह ने ऊपर अल्लाह से मोहब्बत करेगी, वो भले सिख है, भले हिंदू है, भले मुस्लिम है, वो मेहदी का साथ देगी.
And those souls who fell in love with God that time, whether they are Muslim, they are Christian, they are Sikh, whatever their religion, they are going to join Mehdi and they are going to cooperate with Mehdi and join him.
इस वजह से उसको सब तस्लीम करेंगे.
That's why everybody and every religion will accept Mehdi.
उस वक्त मजहब नहीं था, मजहब तो यहाँ हुआ ना, उस वक्त मोहब्बत ही थी ना.
At that time there was no religion, there was only love of God.
वो जो रूह है ना वो मेहदी का साथ देंगी.
And those souls are going to join Mehdi and help him out.
वो तो कुदरती तौर पे देगी, लकी तौर पे देगी, उनकी मुकद्दर में जो लिखा गया. तो बाकी रूहें जिनके अंदर अल्लाह अल्लाह का नूर होगा उसके जरिए पहचानेंगे.
And those souls by luck and by chance, because they are amongst them, those who fell in love, that's why they will be Mehdi, with Mehdi and join Mehdi and Islam. But the other souls if they have a light of God in their heart, only then they can join maybe, otherwise they can't.
In turmoil, mankind more than ever before is searching for meaning in life and ways to find peace and love. Finding a way to true brotherhood and the love of God is a challenge which frequently requires the guidance of someone who has already achieved this state. Sufism is a spiritual path which facilitates opening of the heart and direct personal expression of the love of God. Although traditionally associated with Islam, Sufism is not a religion. Rather, it is a spiritual path and a way of life. It is above religion. A Sufi is a seeker of divine love. A Sufi master is one who, having achieved the essence and love of God, shares that knowledge with all seekers, regardless of race or religious affiliation. His Holiness Sayyidina ریاض Ahmed Ghohar is a Sufi master whose commission is to extend the gift of divine love he is carrying to others. After several years of constant pursuit of the presence and love of God, while in retreat in the wilderness of Pakistan in the 70s, Ghohar was granted the grace and blessings of the constant love and presence of God. He was commissioned by God to leave the desert and go out into the world to share this experience with all seekers. His teachings are extremely simple, direct, and easy to practice. Ghohar teaches the Sufi practice of the spiritual remembrance of God in the heart. This greatly accelerates the awakening of the heart center and the grace of the awareness of the presence of God. Ghohar avoids the traditional religious debates and has devoted his life to the practical and true unification of the world community. Initially, for some people, his teachings were perceived to be conflicting, threatening, and rebellious. He went through a time of rejection, humiliation, and great hardship. In the first 4 years of his mission, only 4 people accepted his teachings. However, Ghohar's steadfast commitment, firm belief, and love for God began touching the hearts of the people. He began his mission in the small city of Kotri, Pakistan in 1980. Since then, more than 1 million seekers have received initiation into this practice, and hundreds of thousands of those have had life-changing experiences. This path requires the experience of a practical transformation of the physical heartbeat to the ethereal remembrance and chanting of the name of God. The only way to create this is to allow Allah to come into the heart and to purify and enlighten it. This enlightenment is critical to experiencing the divine love and oneness of God. In the words of Ghohar, in order to recognize Allah, God, and be able to approach the essence of Allah, learn spiritualism no matter what religion or sect you belong to. He only hooks up the heart. After the connection is made, it is between you and God. The knowledge which Ghohar was given and shares is in opening the heart and having it beat with the personal name of God, Allah. This is not an intellectual quest. As you listen to this wisdom, focus on the heart and its reaction. This experience is very powerful and healing. This practice called zikr awakens the other subtle energy centers within the body as well. Ghohar teaches that it is necessary to focus on the heart to find God. God is only found through the heart. Spiritualism cannot begin until your heart actually begins to remember and chant the name of Allah. If your heart is not awake, you are not truly on a spiritual path. Having an understanding of God, divine love, and the importance of remembering is not enough.
Allah, 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 Allah.
Allah, 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 Allah.
His Holiness Ghohar Shahi states, when the name of God is taken inside you 24 hours a day, as in when you rub two sticks together, you create a light energy, you create a spark. When the name of God is taken inside you 24 hours a day, light is collected inside the heart. The achievements of Holiness Ghohar Shahi is due to his simplicity, unconditional love, and ability to see beyond the boundaries of religion, culture, and nations. His devotees are totally convinced of his ability to practically demonstrate spirituality and take the seeker a step further than theological understanding. His unconditional love does not require any commitment or binding. We do not have to pay for any of the services that Ghohar Shahi provides. His Holiness wishes for people watching this video to know the following vital messages. The religion of God is basically divine love. If we do not have love, we will not be able to achieve our goal, even with the best religion. The essence of the message is the love of God.
Here was a man who said, here is the true experience of God. It is very simple. You open yourself to it, and God will do the rest. Allah will come into our hearts. And we will experience Allah. And like I say, at first I thought, nah, that's too easy. How can that happen, you know? And no money, I didn't have to pay anything for it. And other teachers would ask me for hundreds of dollars sometimes. Or I would have to go on weekend workshops, which would cost a lot of money. Here was a man who wanted nothing from me. Nothing at all. Except the willingness to open to Allah.
He teaches me self-respect, and he teaches me patience and control, and these all come in the line of doing the zikr, is being patient and understanding with everyone, because God loves everyone, and we have to stay together and have to for this world. If we all...
I feel that Ghohar Shahi is definitely a messenger of love. The very first moment I saw him, he hit my heart, and it's like opened it up. And he's definitely affected my life in that way. I feel every day my heart is opening up more and more.
An extraordinary man who sees no boundaries between people, sees no boundaries such as nations or religions. There is just one thing that we need, one thing that we have to have, and he is a channel for this, and that is Allah in our hearts and in our lives. The man is quite extraordinary. I think that we are just about ready for this level of enlightenment, if you will, this level of message.
Sufi Institute, the United States branch of the International Spiritual Organization, ASI, is sponsoring programs to introduce this Sufi master to the world, to those interested groups, organizations, either religious or non-religious, or simply other spiritual seekers.
University का ये program उन अफराद.
They do not propagate any religion. They talk about the love of God. They tell us about the secrets that are contained within us, secrets of the universe. First of all, it is important to say that we do not propagate or teach about any religion. We teach about that knowledge
through which people find the love of God.
जब अल्लाह ने रूह बनाई तो सब रूह से पूछा कि क्या तुम मुझे मानते हो?
When God created all the souls, He asked all the souls, do you love me? Do you believe in me?
सबने कहा।
All the souls said yes.
फिर अल्लाह ने उनको दुनिया के लज़्ज़ात दिखाया और बहुत से रूहें उस लज़्ज़ात की तरफ लपकी।
Then God Almighty showed all those souls the world and all its pleasures, and many of those souls leapt towards those pleasures.
और जो दुनिया की लज़्ज़ात की तरफ लपकी वो उनके लज़्ज़ात मुक़द्दर में लिख दिए।
And those souls that chose the world and its pleasures, that was written as their fortune.
और कुछ रूहें थी जो दुनिया की लज़्ज़ात में नहीं लपकी, सिर्फ वो अल्लाह को देखती रही।
There were some souls that did not choose the world and its pleasures. They just remained looking at the essence of God.
और उनको देखते रहे, उनको अल्लाह से मोहब्बत होगी।
Because they only looked and continued to look at the essence of God, they fell in love with God.
फिर वो रूहें भी इस दुनिया में आई, दुनियादार भी रूहें आई, वो भी रूहें, कोई अमेरिका में, कोई जापान में, कोई यूरोप।
Then all those souls, slowly but surely, came into this world. The souls that chose the world and the souls that chose God. And some came into Japan and other parts of the world.
कोई किसी मज़हब में है, किसी गैर मज़हब में, कोई सिख में, कोई मुस्लिम में, कोई ईसाई में।
Some of those souls came into different parts of the world, and some came into different religions. Some became Muslim, some Sikh, some Hindu, some Jew.
वो रूहें जब इस दुनिया में आई, इस जिस्म में आई, तो इस जिस्म में उनको ताले लगे, अंदर बंद हो गई।
Those souls, when they came within the human body, came within this world. They were locked in this body.
अब वो जहाँ भी थी, अब उन्होंने अल्लाह की मोहब्बत वाली थी, अब उन्होंने अपने अपने माहौल के मुताबिक अल्लाह को ढूंढने की कोशिश करी।
Now, wherever those souls were found, whichever environment or culture they came in, they tried to find God or search for that inner yearning according to the culture and environment and the religion that they were in.
किसी ने बाइबल का मुताला किया, किसी ने कुरान का मुताला किया, वो सारे इबादत भी करी, लेकिन उनसे वो मोहब्बत ना मिली जो चाहती थी।
Some people read the Bible, some read the Holy Quran, some searched in their own different ways, but they couldn't find that love that they were searching for.
उन किताबों से उनको सिर्फ इल्म हासिल हुआ, इबादत कर सके, लेकिन अल्लाह से इश्क न हो सका।
From those books and the scriptures, they got knowledge, but they couldn't find the love of God, and they didn't actually love God.
उन्हीं में से कुछ रूहें फिर जंगलों में चली गई।
Of those souls, some then left for the jungles. I don't know which image may be the image of God.
बहुत से लोगों ने गुरुद्वारों में, किसी ने गिरजों में, किसी ने मस्जिदों में जाके खूब इबादत करी ताकि अल्लाह मिल जाए।
There are many people going to the churches, going to the temples and the mosques and the gurdwaras. They did plenty of worship. They made so much effort to find God.
लेकिन ये नहीं सोचा तो ये चीजें भी इन्होंने अपने हाथों से बनाई हुई है ना।
But at the same time, they don't realize that these buildings, these temples, these mosques are something that they made with their two hands also.
तो कोई ऐसा सबूत है कि गिरजे में या गुरुद्वारे में या मस्जिद में किसी ने अल्लाह को बैठा हुआ देखा?
Is there any proof that somebody has actually seen God sitting in one of these places?
अब सारे ये जो रूह हैं अल्लाह को ढूंढ रही हैं अपने अपने तरीके से, लेकिन जिसने वो तरीका पा लिया ना, वो तो अल्लाह को पा गया।
All these souls, all these different people, in their own different ways, are trying to find God. But those people that actually found the secret, they actually found God.
कितने सालों से अपने गिरजों में आ रहे हैं, कर रहे हैं, अल्लाह को नहीं मिला।
Now, so many different people, for example, go to the church and the gurdwara and the mosque and the temple for so many years and do their worship, but none of them have found God.
वही बात करते करते बुढ़े हो गए तो क्या बात है?
And then continuing with that worship, they grow old and then eventually die.
वो एक इल्म है जिसको हर मजहब, हर बंदा, हर मजहब ही तस्लीम करता है। अगर वो जिसको हर कोई तस्लीम करता तो सच होगा ना।
Now, there is a knowledge which is contained in all the scriptures and all the people of all religions accept this. And because there are so many people that accept this knowledge, it must be the truth.
सारे यही कहते हैं अल्लाह जो है वो इस दिल में।
And that is pertaining to the heart. They all say that God is found in the heart.
तो जब सारे यही कहते हो तो उसको दिल में क्यों नहीं ढूंढ देगा?
Now, because if you all say that God is found through the heart and in the heart, then why do you not search for God in the heart?
जिन लोगों ने उसको दिल में तलाश किया ना तो वो अल्लाह के दोस्त बन गए ना.
Those people that sought God in their hearts, they became the friends of God, the saints.
Space where we make our Salat al-Jum'ah, weekly Friday prayers. I'd like to welcome you all here to this special event. This evening, a lecture by our distinguished guest, brother, Sufi teacher, Gouhar Shahi. He's created a little bit of difficulties, so we appreciate him, his presence here even more.
Through their grave.
अगर तुमने इनको मखलूक को ग़िज़ा नहीं दी तो फिर तुम जानवरों की तरह मर गया और मर गया.
And if during your lifetime you have not sustained, you have not nurtured, you have not awakened these spiritual bodies and your soul, then you're just like the animals and they will die within you.
जब ईसा अलैहिस्सलाम को सूली पे चढ़ाया गया तो कुछ लोग तो कहते हैं कि ईसा अलैहिस्सलाम को चढ़ाएगा. अगर ईसा अलैहिस्सलाम को चढ़ाया जाता तो उनकी कब्र तो कहीं मौजूद होती ना.
Now when Jesus was placed on the cross, many people said that it was Jesus. If it in fact was Jesus and he died on the cross, then he would have had a grave or a shrine.
कुछ कहते हैं कि उनकी जगह एक और बंदा आ गया था, वो सूली चढ़ गया. अगर कोई दूसरा बंदा होता तो उसकी भी की कब्र निशान होता ना.
Some people say it was some other person in place of Jesus who was placed on the cross. And if that was the case, then that person would have had a shrine or a grave.
तो फिर वो क्या था? वो ईसा अलैहिस्सलाम की यही बॉडी थी. यही सूली चढ़ी तो जब इसको दफनाने लगे तो चली गई.
So the question is, who was on the cross? It was one of these spiritual bodies of Jesus that was actually on the cross. And after the physical or apparent death, it disappeared. In a similar way, the Prophet Muhammad, when he, on the night journey, when he traveled to see God, he saw during his path that Moses was in his grave, engaged in worship. And then when the Prophet Muhammad reached a higher realm, they saw that Moses was present there also. So these things, these spiritual bodies that we refer to, exist in all of you. And through their activation and awakening and purification and enlightenment, you can achieve this also. Now you search for God, and you go to the mosque or the church to search for God. This is why you go to these places. But the true home of God is your heart. It is not clean and is not pure. This is why you have to go to the church or the mosque. And if you could cleanse and purify your heart and become enlightened, then God would occupy this home, His home, the heart. Then you would not have to go to the church or mosque.
इसके लिए अगर ये बोलते हैं तो उनको वो तरीका बता देते हैं कि वो अंदर अल्लाह अल्लाह कैसे होता है.
Now if you so wish, we will now tell you about that method, how our heartbeat is activated, how we achieve this inner purification and enlightenment. Allah, 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 Allah. That is it.